one thing that Steam does differently is that you can actually join your room still. So you could spectate the matches, but you can't actually participate. Right now we're like halfway done with the first league. You could wait in the room and just spectate and wait until it is finished, and then we'll start the second league. So we do 3 leagues total per session. This way. Victorians on the mainstream. And got 3 more matches before we start the second league for North America. Hey Chanchai, is your beginner league stuff that you're doing, is that going to be every Monday or just basically when
every Tuesday, but yeah.
Every Tuesday, Tuesday. Gotcha.
Yeah, Monday I have locals.
So Chanchai, you could tell people about your beginner league stuff.
You go ahead and tell them because I'm setting up right now, but I'll tell them more.
What I'm aware of that he's doing a league session for beginner level players. I'm not sure if this includes this only for North America or does it also include Europe. He'll explain that better. But he say Tuesday nights. So there's that.
Yeah, so I run, basically it's actually an open session, but we tend to set it up as a league room. If there's, when we get to a certain number of people, then I start the league. Otherwise, it's kind of like an open room. And generally, we encourage more developing level players to start. A lot of the really strong players start to trickle in late at night, like after 10 p.m. Pacific time, which is like 1 a.m. Eastern time. But in the early portion, it's pretty open, similar to the Akai leagues. But we do tend to have players of all skill levels, and we definitely try to encourage more. We definitely treat the Tuesday nights as something for people that want to get stronger at VF, and also I want people to be able to meet others and add them to their friends list and just kind of form sparring partner relationships in VF, because it's like the best way to grow in the game is to have someone to grow with.
And also for those who never participated in these league sessions before, one thing that happens a lot, not happens a lot, but enough times that we just know it happens. Sometimes the internet doesn't play nice with us, we get disconnected and what else. The main thing is that we do this so much that usually that is not the norm.
Yeah.
Don't get too salty, that's all I'm just asking. Don't get too salty.
Yeah, most of the time the connection goes pretty good actually, but it's just law of averages, and also our human nature is that we have what we call negativity bias. We tend to remember the negative events much more than the non, because we want to survive and avoid them. So we think it's a survival mechanism.
We're working to avoid these things.
Yeah, but we're encouraging you to embrace the challenge of overcoming your challenges, because that's what fighting's all about.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it. Alright, let's see. North America side. 2 more matches before we begin.
By the way, good morning to Ufta. I got to spar with them last night. Leon on Steam, on Revo, is doing really well. They're a very tactically oriented player. So the things they got to overcome is somebody using more mids against them. But they did lots of really good stuff there, Leon. Honestly, really fun sparring partner for a lot of people. And I had a lot of fun sparring with them last night. Let's see here.
Eva in Europe is just trying out Jackie. Eva in Europe is just trying out Jackie.
Oops, I forgot to mute that. Okay. There we go.
Yes, thank you for doing the major VF Netcode spares. Be kind to all of us.
Yeah. Let me know when North America is open for logging in.
It should be open now, Chanchai.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, 2 more matches before start.
Oh,
Called,
okay, you're in the
0209.
warm-up period. I thought it was 2 matches in the old one. My bad. Okay. Alright, I will join in. Glad I checked. Alright.
Alright, so Europe side, Natsu got his first loss, courtesy of Agent Q. I had to ask him how strong is this Jeffrey compared to his John.
Also, I am starting to see more and more people that are playing kind of international connections with the current netcode on Revo. This is not about PlayStation. This is about on Steam, but the recommendation seems to be try doing it on setting 6 on the delay on rollback 6. Seems to be the popular thing to try right now.
I wonder how much, those rollback blocks, hits, no blocks, you get.
For me, I am starting to kind of get used to seeing when it kind of happens. Like, there are some slight clues as to when it happens, but it is still, something to get used to when you get that. Mainly is the most common situation is the evade, though, where they evade, and on your screen it looks like they got hit, and it sounds like they got hit. But you'll kind of see that right away they're still kind of active, and it kind of tells you right away that was not it. Playing with sound might actually help, or playing without sound might actually help. So. But I've trained to play without and with. So.
Round 1. Ready?
Alright, one more match before we start the North America second league of the day. So if any last minute person want to join, you got a couple minutes to do so. Europe League, the first league is still ongoing here.
Who got the top 3 in the first North America League today?
The Walk Reaper got first, so
Excellent.
I think he might be above you now.
Yeah, I think so. I think he tied it up last week. So yeah.
General Whipper got second, and Jinx and Cessna tied for third.
Okay, awesome. Hello, Miss Valentinix. Hope you're doing very good today.
Oh no, I think King Hai got disconnected for the wheel. He was leading too.
King Car is a very fun player to watch too.
Is King Card King Hai? Or are they 2 different people?
Maybe 2 different people. I probably misheard you.
Okay.
Round 3. Ready?
Silverbolt, good to see you. Alright. It's always really, really fun. Always loving the league battles. Wish I could do the Saturdays, but normally can't. But this time I had the tournament at the same time. So. But normally that's my family time too. So.
Yeah, family priority first.
Yeah.
Knockout.
Alright, we're going to start the second league for North America now.
Alright, good luck, have fun, everyone.
Hey, good luck, guys.
Alright, we're in the league battle now. You'll hear me talk more on this. Thank you very much, Silverbolt. This is a really this is a pretty brutal bracket, and I don't mind it. I love doing these league battles for developing, for working on my skills, trying stuff out, and reaching out, meeting more people. So I'm gonna have fun regardless. But do I try to win? Absolutely. I was the season champion last season, and I've been season champion like a lot, so I'm happy. Nice, DB. God, not hit buttons. So Alright. And that was a note to self, not note to DBB. I hit buttons too early. I evaded 9K plus G, which takes longer than 23 frames. Very nice. I love that. Very nice. The throw decision here was excellent. Alright. If he had done a faster attack, Speed would have won. But because he did a slow attack, I was able to hit him.
Ready, go!
It was a very good battle, DBB. Oh, it's not over yet. I can lose this for sure because we're ring out. Oh, the problem is getting into the stance against Leon's wake up game is very risky. Good game, DBB.
I want a serious fight.
If you can do this, if you can do the stance, hopefully the thing is when you do the stance, it's a committed read. So if they stay down, that could be problematic. I don't like having stuff in my pockets when I play. Alright. I took my son out this morning to a play date. He had a good time with his friends. He hung out at a extreme park.
You'd better take me seriously.
The park is pretty extreme, so.
Ready, go!
Very good.
Round two. Ready,
I'll slide under. Got it.
Round three. Ready, go!
Nope.
Round four. Ready, go!
That's a ring out. Nope. That's a weird miss. Yep. There's no. You can't stagger break anymore. So, still have the habit of breaking stagger when I see that.
Round five. Ready, go!
Oh, that was a really close battle. He gambled on low. He guessed on low because I do low a lot there. So. But he had the advantage to do more. Very, very intense. That was a very, very good battle, Condor. Thank you so much, Valentina. Miss Valentine. Miss Valentine. So, and we got Valentine's Day coming up very soon in a week. So, coming up on Friday. Alright, here we go.
Ready, go!
Very good. Always back throw. That's going to be back throw again.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! All right. Yeah.
Choice.
Knockout.
It's really going for crush. Okay.
Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game, Reaper. Good games.
Forgot to train, eh?
I really hate bronchitis. It's been 6 weeks. Thank you very much, Silverbolt. I think I was looking pretty good there, aside from the coffee. Alright, Setsuna, here we go. Really excited to see what Setsuna's going to be bringing. I haven't fought Setsuna in a while.
Ready, go!
Yep, Setsuna was at Frosty Frostings.
Ready, knockout. Round 3. Ready, go!
Very good choice. Very good jab and throw. I like this shoulder on the side into jab. That's actually a good one.
Round 4.
That's a good one.
Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout.
Good battle, Setsuna.
I want to see you fight.
Yeah, Setsuna did awesome at Frosty Frostings, and they had a good event. I mean, what an amazing event with Sega and everything. It's good to take some breaks, but I'm happy when you're back. I'll be happy when you're back.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Almost guarded that. String pressure. Very good throw choice. I love the way Venus X fighting. Yep.
Round 3.
That's okay. That's okay. Work first. But I'm glad that you make time to visit us, and I know that you'll be able to spar sometimes. So, all right, very good game, Venus had. Very good game. But I really hope the comics are going really well for you. Hope you're doing really well, and hope this is a good season for you. Let's see, we got General Ripper left. General Ripper, real strong, real tough customer. General Ripper is real tough customer. And his play has gotten a lot better, and he's using Kage's newfound strengths even better. So, like, General Ripper is getting to enjoy that Kage has gotten even stronger, and it works with his game. 5-0 does seem good, yes. But there's a lot of people that only have one loss, so that changes things, right? That means I'm not safe. This score can swing very hard. Right, we got +7 for Setsuna, so Setsuna's still in the running to take first. If I lose and Setsuna does a strong performance here, there's a high chance then Setsuna would almost for sure win. So the score is very close. I'm the one that's on break now, so.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear you warming up. This is a really tough league, but it's really good, and you should keep it up. I love having you in here. Hey, Nico, how are you doing? Really fun matches yesterday. Hope you're doing really well. Right now we're doing the Akai leagues. This is on the PlayStation 4. But Europe today gets to do on Steam. On Saturdays, Akai League does do North America League on Steam. About this time of the day too. But Neko, really fun sparring with you yesterday, and hope you're doing really well. Hope you're having a good Sunday. That was awesome. That's awesome tech here. Doing the shoulder after that. And then like they just switch positions. In this version, I swear the interactions with all blades are even more than before. Where when he does that move, positions just switch like a lot more than I'm used to seeing. But they also changed the move to be like not knockdown. But look at that. How many times we've seen that happen. against this move. I think El Blaze is not happy with that. I think El Blaze players are not happy that there's so much whiffing that are happening with that move. I would like it if they could address the whiffing issue, because I think the changes to that move is not bad. That it doesn't knock down, it's good to keep somebody in a state of mixing up. And that being able to keep doing that running stance would be great. But if it keeps causing these whiffs, that's like not whiffs from ducking, but whiffs because attacks are just whiffing each other because of hurtbox lack of collision. I think if they could fix that, that would be nice, because I think it's rough on Elblaze. It puts some level of variance it's normal to have variance, but that variance is pretty high. That variance is pretty high. Gotta go run some errands. Hey, have a good day, off, and thanks for stopping by. So good to have you here. I had a blast with you yesterday. Keep it up. Your Leon is doing great, doing phenomenal. Good game. We're gonna keep helping you with the knowledge. That's what I'm here for. I like this choice. He did something like that, and then the spacing. You gotta. I'm always disrespecting. I'm always disrespecting his spacing. And you cannot disrespect Ripper's Okizeme is on point. He's always doing the spacing. So you gotta respect that. Like here, right? Don't do a rising attack. He's in that stance. He wants you to do a rising attack. Don't do it. And I deserve that, getting beat up like that. Alright, let's do this. Nice. Nice ring out. Nice ring out. Alright, here we go. That was so good. That's a ring out. That's good game, Ripper. So this is like, always respect Ripper's Okizeme game. He's all about the Okizeme setup. He's about set play, and so Okizeme is one form of the set play. And you're in a guessing game if you decide to choose, and I chose to fight it. But that was good stuff. I win by 1 point. Just barely. Just barely.
So congratulations, Chanchai, for getting first place by this +1 round.
Yep.
Strawfer second, and Susina third.
That was really fun.
We'll do one more league after this.
Really good games. I love seeing how the current Kage has... Like, Ripper has always had strong Okizeme and set play, but it's like the current Kage 2.0, 2.01, it's even stronger, just a little bit. Like, some collisions are working a little better, too. It's great. But Ripper's always been strong at these things, so I had a lot of fun fighting Ripper.
I'm just going to stop right here for a second. Yeah, Chanchai does play on PC, Steam. And thank you, Khalida, for joining, for being the 16th person. We'll start in a couple minutes. It doesn't look like RMAG start the Europe League, so that's maybe another difference between the Steam versus the PSN side of the Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, Dr. Kurian, I play all versions of this game. So any version you want to play, I'm there.
Alright, one last match and then we'll start. I don't think it will RMAG start, right? Let's see.
I don't think it will.
You think it will It did not RMAG start. Okay, so that's the difference between Europe and Steam still. I mean, not Europe and Steam. Steam and the PlayStation.
Yes.
Alright, so we got that. Then we go post around to let people know. So North America PSN group. Room is open now for people to join, participate. Then we go.
Not gonna lie, the auto start feature is one of those like that sounds nice, but also why? Right? Just have us manually turn it on, right? So that's good. If the Steam version just took off that as automatic and just said, you know what, just start it when you want. Miss Valentine, indeed, General Ripper's Kage's Okizeme games were really awesome and set it up well, and I guessed wrong every time. It was really good. And that's another form of assessment that you want to assess on your performance. Are you guessing better than the opponent, or is your opponent guessing better than you? If you're guessing better than the opponent, then it benefits you to play more guessing games. And indeed, Ripper was. I think we were pretty good on them, but I think we were good on them against each other. But on the Okizeme, he beat me on all of it. All right, Condor, here we go. Oh, I think it's rock, paper, scissors, heaven. But but you're able to play both. But you do. The only thing is that in this game, though, you are forced to play it. Like in this game, you are forced to play the guessing game a decent amount, and then you can open up the reactive game. But if you don't know how to play it, you're at a big disadvantage in this game because it's a very strong component of Virtua Fighter.
Alright guys, we are going to begin the Europe League 16 players. It's going to be a long one. Good luck, have fun. The full 16 room is the same as 15, but you don't get a 5. So this is going to last just a little bit less than an hour. Good luck, have fun. We're going to be seeing either our Blood Artist or Rusty Tachikona matches on my stream.
Ready?
Here.
Are you using that VR?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's just microphone placement might sound different, though it's not on the PlayStation. On my PC setup, the mic I'm using a different mic, so the sounds will be different. But no, I'll be doing it soon. I need to find a conversion harness in my collection, so I need to find a conversion harness before I install it.
I know. That's always the weird thing about getting a Sandrix.
Hey, I see Silverbolt in the room, so welcome back, Silverbolt.
Very nice. Is that throw really forward? It looks like a back throw.
Yeah, it is forward.
Yeah, it looks
That
like
was also forward.
yeah.
As for the Asian Cube asking team matches, even casual between USA and Europe, because rollback make it possible. I think that's a great idea. Just to see how, if I have time or not, but maybe, I'm quite sure maybe someone else might be able to do that too. But yeah, I think the idea that even Hima-chan confirmed that he could play with against Japan comfortably. It's playable, gives us a lot of different options.
As long as your ping is within 150 to 200, you should be fine. But if it's more than that, you're gonna suffer.
You have to set your rollback high to your delay. Your delay, I guess, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing rollback 6 right now, and on
Alright
those
guys,
international.
let me, I am going to pause the league after the first round for Europe so they can adjust their config. Apparently it looks like some people's config is off. So I'm going to give pause the round, maybe a minute to let people change their config back, okay? Oh no, that's a bug. Is that a bug of Europe League?
It's showtime.
I mean, not Europe League, but Steam.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
Round one. Ready, go.
Alright, let me just... Let's see, you're still playing still 2 more matches. Is it that you don't know where the menu is? Because the button key configuration, it doesn't allow you to adjust it there. That's something we should let the Sega know, that it reset your button configs. But if you go into room menu, button key configuration, it doesn't allow you to adjust.
What's the question?
Knockout.
Alright, let me just suspend League for a second. Hey, since it's just 1 match only, how about let me just stop it for now so everyone can adjust their button configurations, okay? Just since it's been only 1 league, okay? So, let me just end it.
Okay, I just muted,
make
so
sure
Akai shouldn't be able to hear me now. Okay, so,
let me just try to let people know.
Nico, your question about PKP, it's EX High. EX High is really important to understand. So EX High cannot be crushed. You can counter hit against an EX High, but if you do like a low attack and the EX High hits first, the EX High will actually counter hit against a crouching attack.
Has been changed. Make sure you go adjust it. So that's something I should provide back to feedback for Sega. Let me write that to Discord here so people know what's going on. If you're not actually watching the stream.
No. So the proper way to punish an EX High is to crouch under it, and then with punish. So wait for the hit phase to pass, and then attack it.
And once it's
And so,
16, once I think Dr. Kuyan, who else was it? Vit? Yeah, once it joins back in, we'll start up again. So everyone change your config and check your config is
so like this is an EX High too, and it's good for beating attacks in neutral, right? And that 9p is an EX High. So if I crouch dash like this, if I kept doing this, 9p would just whiff. If I just kept doing like this. But 9p will destroy you if you try to attack. And here's the thing. You know how there's like mid attacks that can crush high attacks? And there's also high attacks that can crush high attacks too, right? So in those cases, EX High will actually counter hit them too. So EX High will counter hit even the things that normally crush high attack. So EX High is really, really good. And typically, look, mid attacks are still better than EX High, but a lot of times the designers designed the EX High moves to be faster than the mid if they were the same. If the EX High and the mid were the same, almost for sure, the EX High would be... Can you hear me, Akai? I thought I muted my mic.
Everyone's config fixed?
Okay, good.
Alright, so I think
good.
that I'll remember now to remind people to check their config before we start the next league.
Okay, I'm going to jump back onto the podcast, but hope that helped you.
I think at least 2 players. Did anyone else just make sure the config is wrong or anything? I believe VF numbers. No, I think not VF numbers. Elson from Australia, when he had league sessions last week, he had this issue where after they were still in the room, some players' config was resetted. So yeah, that's definitely provide feedback to Sega's official channel through the feedback forum so they could fix that. And they're always asking people for feedback.
Look at that intense game. What a fun game, Silverbolt.
And we're on the 3rd match before we start, I think, for...
Okay, I'm going to take a break, and I'll talk to Hats Off Nelly about Leverless there. So,
it's 4 matches. I'm sorry.
So I'm going to take a break,
so
and I'll talk to...
we'll get this going right after this match.
I'm going to put this... I'm going to put the technical talk on the side here. Akai, I shouldn't be... They won't hear me on Akai stream, but he's troubleshooting people that are on.
Have you guys had that bug in which they, inside the actual room, you can't change your config?
No.
Yeah, Nico, so yeah, ducking under... So, like, let's say you're playing a character with EX highs. You use EX highs when your opponent attacks a lot. When your opponent's using movement a lot, don't use the EX high. That's generally... Unless you're Jackie. Why Jackie? Jackie has, if you pre-hold forward and hit kick, but an easy way to do it is do a fireball motion and kick, so quarter circle forward kick. If Jackie does that move, when people block it, it's +6. it is insanely good. So that's a case where you use it against people that block high. But and you can also, when it hits, it can combo. So yeah.
Let's try this again. What happened? Let's see. Game crash. Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna really turn down the volume on that technical talk on his troubleshooting. He's trying to troubleshoot the European League that's on PC today. Anyways, Nelly, leverless. VF plays fantastic on leverless. I think I play it on both, but I think it's a lot more fun on arcade stick. But here are the merits. It's easier to evade on reaction with leverless. It's easy to 2G on reaction with leverless. It's harder. It's easier to mess up half circle forward and half circle back motions on leverless until you get used to it. The reason being is that if you do it too fast, you might hit 3 buttons at the same time, and that will throw off the input. So you need to, like, a lot of times we'll do a 1 or 2 finger slide to do that input, or just do it slowly, or just go back, down, forward. That will work too. So you got to, in Vitrify, just go back, down, forward to do like half circle motions. However, another thing that's worse is if you're playing, like, you're doing the 270 throws, those suck on all buttons. I mean, I do them, like you hit like up and then do it, but it's not the same. When you're on lever, you don't make mistakes, like you don't accidentally evade when you do that, and it works really well. Wolf's perfect giant swing I can do on leverless, but I've tested it, and I do it way better on lever than I do it on leverless because I'm used to lever. But 270 throws are challenging on leverless. Half circle motions you have to get used to. It's different, but when you get used to it, it's fine. But things like doing burning hammer out of nowhere is a little harder on leverless. I have to kind of buffer it. I have to change the way I play a little bit to do burning hammer out of nowhere on leverless. Stagger break, you can do it on leverless. You're going to have to devote time to developing your technique and be more precise about your timing and your technique, which is not a problem for you, Nelly, because you're a player who's very precise and has technique. So just know that you're going to have to build new technique and get used to the timing and the situation for doing it in leverless. But it's just the same as it was on lever. It just took a lot of time to learn. And leverless is just less natural feeling. It's a lot more awkward feeling. But those are the main things that separate it. This game plays fantastic on leverless. In my ranking, I like this on lever the most myself, but I would say I would tie them. But things like being able to evade like sharper and crouch guard sharper is an advantage for leverless. It is. You'll notice it when you play it. It's just different. Are you inputting faster on leverless than on lever? Yes, but I actually am able to build really fast levers that play just as fast, actually. But then you just want to make sure you're not making sloppy mistakes when you input. Alright. But I think it's fun and it's worth trying. And if you want, buy like a really cheap Hot 42 and try it out. But I would say most people take about 2 months. You would probably take about 1 month. So 1 to 2 month time of getting used to playing on leverless, Nelly. That's my advice. That's my tip.
Thank you.
But I love how this game plays on arcade stick. I just love it too much. It's a unique feeling.
Not remember.
No idea. I was answering questions on my stream. I just kind of muted the mic, so I know that we had the troubleshooting time. So, yeah.
But Arctis, yes, we had 3 people forced.
Okay, so back up what DJ Syrup's saying. Let's talk about those. Okay, EX lows and EX mids are actually worse than their low mid counterpart, but EX high is actually better than a high. EX low is low punch. What is it? You can guard it standing, you can guard it crouching. It's a low attack that can be guarded standing. Now, it can still be crushed, you can still hop over it, and it's still it's crouching. If it's crouching, then it's still that. It's just that you can guard it.
I guess referring to that one frame.
Turning the volume down on Akai. Okay, so EX low is basically a low that can be blocked while standing and crouching. EX mid if you crouch block an EX mid, it does 0 damage. It will still do some kind of frame advantage or disadvantage. It'll do most of the normal stuff. It'll lock somebody in for like a guaranteed follow-up. EX mids just, but like basically you can crouch against an EX mid and it'll do low damage. For example, Sarah, if she does elbow and you get hit by, like, and you block it, but then like, let's say you did crouching guard, her kick follow-up is an EX mid, so it'll do 0 damage and it'll just make this sound. In Revo, the sound is is stronger. So in Revo, you can kind of hear when an EX mid happens. It has a weird sound. It's like a shallower, like higher pitched sound than normal for a hit. And an EX low is just like, yeah, you crouch it and you just take 0 damage. You still get a lot of effects from it, but the damage you're taking from the EX mid attack itself is 0 when you crouch guard it. Now, why? So, things to know about it though. Well, EX mid, at least it's not a high, right? If it was a high, that would suck if you could just duck and punish it. So an EX mid doesn't get ducked and punished. So it's still better than the high. It's just worse than a mid because a mid will do its damage when they crouch guard it. But an EX mid will hit them but do 0 damage. That's the main thing. Yeah, for me, pad is definitely my worst input device on Virtua Fighter, but I do like playing on it. I can do Akira's knee on the Steam Deck now, and I'm happy about that. And I can do Akira knee combos with it. Not all of them, but I can do certain ones. But I definitely enjoy playing on pad the least, but I do it to train people, you know. So. But there are amazing players that play on pad. Yeah, Nala, the mini spacebar, like on the WASD Pro that I showed you from Golden Lever, it's really good. If you're playing on something that's like a WASD, it's that mini spacebar style, the one that they have specifically for the WASD Pro, where it's low profile and it has no bad angles, is great. Good luck, have fun, everyone.
Hey, good luck, guys.
Alright, that was a lot of fun invading Akai's chat like that, but it's fun. Alright, I love taco stages. They give me lots of objectives to work on. But I understand people that hate them. They are very frustrating when you're on the other end of that stick. Yeah, we do. Akai does Europe on one league and North America on the other. Four P should have won that. What the hell? What a weird way to play. Alright. I love it. I love it. I like what Satsuna's bringing to the table now. He really changed his style of play in a funny way. Let's see this. Man, look at that. Look at that call out. Look at that call out. All of these reads, right? He's just like, you're going to rising attack, I'm going to throw because you're going to sidestep when I block this. Really good. He completely beat me this round. Such a long wait. That was good. Good game, Satsuna. Completely beat this round. Well, Nelly, I think the Japanese layout that you and I play on Virtua Fighter on a lever is very ergonomic. I think it's up to the player, it's up to their technique, but Nelly and I think our technique doesn't hurt us when we play VF at all. Like, it's very low. We move a lot, but it's not like crazy hand motions when we play. Same, like, I can play this game forever, and I have not from Virtua, but from like using an iPad excessively for a game a long time ago. And also because of restaurant work where I carried really hot plates that were burning and refused to let go. And carrying a lot of weights, like carrying like multiple glasses of filled ice water and carrying multiple pitchers in each hand. I do have damage in my hands. I have like two cases of trigger finger in this hand, and I've got one case of trigger finger in this hand. Virtua Fighter does zero fatigue for me. On buttons, I can use most buttons, but there's certain buttons that, like Seimitsu buttons, will fatigue me in an hour. But I can play Virtua Fighter literally all day and not have a problem. And so, it's just, my technique seems to be okay for me, right? And on top of that, but I can play other games and I will get fatigued. If I played Street Fighter, my hands do get fatigued playing Street Fighter. But Virtua Fighter is very relaxed for me. Even when I have intense battles, and you can hear it, the motions are not damaging to me, right? And so for me, it's up to technique. And it's up to what you're used to and maybe what muscle memory you do have or don't have, you know? And so I have muscles trained for Virtua Fighter over the years. But I feel very relaxed when I play VF as far as my hands and shoulders go. This attack is very, very fast. So, stick is very, very easy for me on my hands, to be honest. But I play Japanese lever, and I play with like the shaft over here between my pinky and my ring finger. And when I do motions like back down, it's just like thumb, index finger down. It's like back down, back down, back down, like that. And then you know, like a lot of the forward motions is like using my ring finger to just tap it forward. So my motions are stuff like that, but they're very small motions. So it looks like, you know, my hands look like this when I'm playing. And then crouch dash is like ECD down, it's like down, ECD, yeah. So it's not much motion for me. Yeah, Tekken player are very different. Tekken player has very different needs. They do very different things. In Tekken, you're going to hold back a lot and then do motions, but also you're going to roll. And people don't believe this, and then I have to point it out. In Tekken, I mean, yes, you have tap directions, but you're rolling. If you're doing like Korean backdash, right? Back, down, back, neutral, back, down, back, neutral, like this. You're doing this weird arc motion. You know, stuff like that. And so that's why you use like Korean levers and stuff like that. If you do levers, Korean levers are very good in Tekken. Yeah, Virtua Fighter is brain tiring, 100%. Well, actually, until you learn how to play it relaxed. Until you also learn how to relax your mind and also have different sets of how you're going to play whether you're playing stressed out or not, you know? When you got to focus versus when you got to like just let it play out or just kind of trust yourself. So balancing your subconscious is a big deal for me. Now, Nelly is a player who does use their conscious a lot. So, like, they play 100% conscious. It's very scary. Alright, here we go, Silverbolt. Number, sorry it's censored. I don't know what word you said, but it's so good to have you here. Alright. Now I gotta start thinking again. Yeah. Good to see you. Good afternoons, Numbers. By the way, if you aren't following Numbers already, you 100% should. He's one of our very favorite and best content creators in Virtua Fighter. Just like me, he is happy to answer any question you like. Just like me, he can really info dump you, but we love to do it. But we do it out of passion, and we do it because we really do want to explain everything as correctly as we can, as well as we know. Yeah. Some people do just say it be like that, or just do it, or your hands hurt just thinking about my setup. Really? Or who setup? Or you're talking about Numbers setup? Yeah, Numbers has a high intensity spring, but Numbers does use a really fast lever, but they changed it by putting a high intensity spring on it. So they like to smooth through it. I do think that I think I can only play 30 minutes on Numbers' setup. They've got like the alpha setup, right? The things that alphas want in their stick, right? I want it heavy. I want it hard. It's like, okay. There are some things I want heavy and hard. That's the arcade stick is not one of them for me. So,
Round one. Ready, go!
Ripper's just owning me. Right now, I'm just like, man, this is a whole new... a lot of these are the same guessing games as before, but I'm like more cautious of them because I think I'm overthinking Kage right now.
Knockout.
Maybe 5, yeah. And by the way, I gotta tell you, Nelly is a very healthy person. Nelly is very healthy. Like I evade the wrong way. I need to look at the stance better. That doesn't work. Okay, I was hoping that low kick would work here. It doesn't work. I was trying to low kick between, right? Did not work. Just low punch would have worked actually there, but...
Round 5.
Vanessa is not a bully. She gets bullied. Try to not hit a button when you evade. That's always low into mid. Okay. I always forget that too. Very good game. Very good game. Very good game. I could have just stayed down in rising attack because he actually committed this time, but it was good stuff. Yeah, well, I was going to say, the problem with Vanessa... So, when I'm playing Vanessa, what I've realized, and I already know because this is what I do against her, is she has to manage all the high attacks in her arsenal. What I mean by that, high attacks are really vulnerable. High attacks are so vulnerable, so if you overdo them, you're going to get blown up, And it's easy to overdo them just by a little, even just by doing them a little bit. Because generally, if you can, you do a mid. But a lot of her mids are very short range or very extreme or slow. Most of them are fast, but they're just kind of like got a shorter range than you might expect for the same move from other characters. So that's why backdash is kind of rough on her.
Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout!
I do think Vanessa's a lot of her move list is asking to get bullied because of all those highs, because of the range issue. I love this Sabaki. Yeah, just wait for it. Just kick him. Yeah.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Don't have the time to do that. It's like all these targets I want to beat, but I will get outsped.
Round
I will
5.
lose.
Ready, go!
Nice. Good game, good game. This is a lot of fun. This is where it's me treating the guessing game too much like it's a normal guessing game against Leifei. But it's a lot of fun, and I always think I got that. And it's like, nope, nope, won't work there. Good games. So we got General Ripper wins it. Congratulations, Ripper. That was an intense league battle. That was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun working on those interactions, though, even though I keep doing the same ones. But it's like, I think I can win it. Nope. Really good stuff, Condor.
But that's 3 leagues, so that's done for that. Let me put this here like that. And one frame knee, that is Trapeze, with his new nickname.
Oh, nice.
He has confirmed. Well, I think I might give him the nickname White Tengu.
White Tengu?
Ripper came before Tengu, though. That's not nice.
I'm sorry?
Well, I mean, Ripper's been around long ago.
White. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, because he's wearing a Tengu mask, right?
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I thought you just assumed there's a white dude and that he was like, you know, but except Tengu's white, so it's all good. No.
No.
Are we getting into the Italians are white or not situation?
Oh yeah, that's a fun
sorry,
conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm referring to Trapeze outfit, which is white dojo pants and a white Tengu mask
I see.
and a white Dreamcast on his back. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to hit the. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit left room. Let me rejoin.
Lord.
You guys could. Let me rejoin the room so you guys could so you can watch you guys play. Forgot to hit the end of the league session.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a lot of fun working
That's why
on
you guys are
this
waiting.
stuff here.
You'd
But
better
I just need to
take
go
me
to the lab when
seriously.
it comes to Leifei, because it's like, oh, it's not the normal guessing game.
Round
0209. Let me just go spectate you guys play. Are you guys still playing? So if you guys anyone still on the PSN North America side, you guys can play in the room. Tengu masks have a long nose. I see.
Yeah, the white mask is not a Tengu.
It's not a Tengu mask. Okay, I can't call it White Tengu then.
That is a no mask. N-O-H.
No. N-O-H. No
Yes,
mask.
no.
Okay.
Round 2.
Tengu's the big nose one, right?
It could be Hanya. Could be a Hanya mask. Hold on, let me check.
Is that like the double horns?
Hanya would be double horns, white devil face. Let's see. Please do tell me what you think about the V3R Chanchai.
I 100% will. You're one of the first people because I know, well, one, you use one and you like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we should talk. We should definitely talk.
I ended up buying one because of your recommendation, just because it intrigued me. But I definitely...
It's very,
Round 4.
I don't know what I would call it. I think it's, I think that's Hanya, but it doesn't have horns. It's not a no mask.
Yeah, Condor is awesome because you get to see he's really move interaction to move interaction, which is the way that you used to be more of. But I think you nowadays, I think Numbers' approach is really like even more comprehensive than a few years ago. And you've always been comprehensive because you studied the game, but I always felt you were very detail oriented on the play. But now I think you're more comprehensive on the play too, so you integrate that as well as general approaches too.
Ready, go!
Yeah, can't do that against that team. Vito Lago asks, "What's my take on Revo?" I really like it a lot because, but you know, I'm the kind of guy who's going to look at the bright side and talk about what I can control. I really like Revo a lot. Final Showdown is my favorite Virtua Fighter, and Revo to me is a new game, but I like it a lot, and we're gonna see how it shakes out. At the moment, I really like it. It is more explosive than Final Showdown, which is interesting, right? I don't think that was on my bingo card to make Final Showdown more explosive, and Revo is more explosive, and you know, there's a case to be made of what Gentleman Thief is saying is technically it's more balanced because everybody's explosive.
Yeah, it was specifically mentioned by Aoki that it was a general trend for everyone being causing more damage, doing more damage, or buffed.
Nice. Yeah, so, you know, for me, I have limited expectations when it comes to the content of Revo. I'm really happy with it personally. But, you know, I'm just going to work with whatever I've got, though. I'm the kind of person that will do that. So, regarding anything, that could, too. That said, I do feel something different in the input buffer, not because of online. This offline, too. Something about the buffer feels different to me, and it's been interesting. It's not a complaint, it's just different. You know, it's just more of like, huh, that's interesting how it did this, and that's interesting how it feels like I'm even deeper in the buffer than I thought because some recovery times change. So sometimes I'm inputting stuff way too early compared to before, you know. And of course, when you go to rollback netcode, you feel it, but I'm doing this at locals too. So I'm not talking about just online play, it's offline play, because I play Ultimate Showdown and other versions online and offline like a lot. So Revo, the buffer feels slightly different to me, not in a bad way, just different. But I'm enjoying it.
Is it Revo or versus Ultimate Showdown, or
I think whatever we want to call it.
Different platforms like PC
yeah.
and PS4.
Well, I'm talking in case by case that you'll have to figure out what I'm talking about, because the person was just asking my thoughts on Revo or Revo, and I'm just like, so I'm just like, well, these are my thoughts on Revo, right? And that could be comparing it to Final Showdown. It could be in comparison to Ultimate Showdown. But I mean, yeah, I don't know why that aspect, I don't know why sometimes the controls feel slightly different. Not because of the rollback, because when I play offline, same. But it's just interesting. But I think it's some of the frame data changes is all it is, and I'm just used to how early I might have inputted something and a different stun, different recoil than before, you know? So I'm thinking I'm getting nailed on some of that, but I'm getting used to it, and I like it. The only thing that makes me sad about the only thing that makes me sad about Revo, to be honest, is the idea that like it's a big disincentive to play Final Showdown in the arcades. So if I go, like, I'm planning to go back to China next year for a trip, and I was really excited about playing Final Showdown in Shanghai again, but I think we're gonna end up playing at a PC room to play Revo, and that's just a very different vibe than what I had at the arcade in Shanghai. Because at the arcade in Shanghai, I was sitting there playing, and players would challenge me all weekend, and they would talk about it on live stream and then come and challenge me on the weekend. That's a little different in the PC room, but it still happens. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's different, and it's similar to like which arcades do I want to go to when I go to Japan now? If you know, are they going to be playing Final Showdown, or are they going to be playing Revo? You know, and how's that landscape going to change for Virtua Fighter? Because I loved going to Arcade Mikado a lot, and I wanted to go to Game Newton, and maybe I still will, but maybe they'll be playing on Revo. I don't know. That's the only reservation I have about Revo.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting, right? I don't know what Mikado is planning. I think that's kind of like a question of like watching their arcades to see if they actually move into esports or not.
Yeah. Are they going to use the esports machine? I'll be happy if they play on those, even though they're laggy. But you know, the truth is, Lindbergh cabinets are laggy too. Really laggy. And every version of Final Showdown has its own timing. When you play it, that's just what you deal with. You have many layers that contribute to lag, and they add up. The layers add up. It's not about one thing, it's the addition of all of them. So there's that part of me that's a little... However, if they do find whether it's esports or Revo, and they're doing the arcade version, here's the cool thing. The esports arcade machines you can plug in your controller and it will probably work on it. It has USB ports for it. It's not perfect, but it has them. And Japanese arcades have been putting, some specialized ones have been putting USB ports in, so that might become more common if any arcades still exist the next time I go to Japan. In China, I think I have to play in a game room. So yeah. Silverbolt, you are playing better because you're it's not going to give you the wins right away, but the decision making was improved, and that means in the long run it's getting better. It might be hard because winning comes from taking certain opportunities and managing certain risks, but you're still got to make a lot of decisions and get better at decision making to culminate into that. And your decision making is improving. Your playing is getting more efficient over time too. It's showing a little more efficiency, and it's showing a little more, some decisiveness or some openness to what's going to happen. And I think there was a time when you weren't looking at the possibility space as big as you wanted to. You were looking at what you wanted to hit with, or looking for a specific thing they're going to do. I think when I play you, I felt like you're looking more at what are the options that could be happening, what are the threats, and that you're looking at a number of threats, and I thought that was cool. So I think you're improving, if you want my take. And I think, just like you said, despite the L's, and you're playing in a very tough room today, and it will be for a bit on the Kai's League and PSN. And that's okay. I'm glad that these players are still sticking with it, because I'll play on all platforms. But when I'm playing you today, I feel you're playing stronger than I think about than what I would expect. You know.
I just want to say thanks to Edva. There was a game freeze between Edva and Blood Artist, and he was kind enough to exit to allow the league to progress. So these bugs definitely keep playing Sega Note so they can get age, hopefully fix these things. joined back in. And I wonder if everyone will get to play his match now that he joined back in the room. That'd be interesting since they allow people to join back in the room. We're experimenting for Sega now. Still got Mickey versus Peachy, Margaret versus Arcados, who did play last week. Yeah, let's see if it does. Because I think King Time got disconnected from the room in the first league today, and then I saw him and he got win in the second league when he came back. So I'm not sure if that's I see. Okay. It is not plus on block. I think it's -6 if you blocked it high. Since maybe it's so fast that you're not used to it. But she's at a disadvantage when you successfully block her the second kick.
Numbers, one of the things that drives me nuts about Lei Fei though is the combo dynamics against him. It's like fighting Pi in Final Showdown, where you're like, man, some certain stuff just doesn't like some finishers just don't work. It drives me insane. So it's like I have to tell myself not to do certain combo finishers against Lei Fei. Just like against Pi in Final Showdown. Actually, it's still the case now. So it drives me crazy. But it's fun. It's part of the... But I like that about VF, though. I really do like the weight system. I like this feeling that the characters are different, not just in their move list, but in the weights. Now, I do like streamlined weight system. I like it to be streamlined like it is in REVO. So REVO is doing what I thought would be the right way to go. But I didn't want them to do away with the weight system. But I wanted them to just, broaden the classes a bit. Overhead, yeah. Well, it's an EX high, so you got to be careful. And it also covers his backside. So, but that said, it's the same problem that. Just understand though that it's only potential and it's not much, right? So, but it does lead to guessing games, and it is strong because it changes. It improves the dynamic that you do feel risk evading to his backside. But it's still the same risk. It's still potential damage as opposed to material. So don't worry, you'll get used to it. And you can still just duck. It's an EX high. You can still duck. And ducking against Leon has always been good. Even if you're thinking about the mids that he's got, ducking against somebody that is doing that does really slow normal hits, ducking is strong, because you can react to all those slow mids that are scary, At the level that you're playing at, Numbers, that we play at, we can react to those. We can react to those, so we're able to use the down guard, the 2G strategy against Leon very well, if we wanted to. I haven't practiced it, but it's not that hard to do against him, because this is like the mid you're afraid of, right? This is the mid you're afraid of. But it's not the uppercut you can take. And if he crouch hits you with the uppercut, it's like +2. It's like, okay, right? You just don't want to get counter hit by it. Well, you're not going to get counter hit if you just hold down and guard, right? So yeah. And 9K is not, unless you're at the wall, right? 9K you're only worried about if you're at the wall or a ring out. Look at this, see? Silverbolt is using elbows very well. That was really good. That's how you use an elbow. That said, this is the weakness of elbows backdash launcher, right? Just like the weakness of 9P is movement. So ECD will beat 9P. As long as I don't hit the button, right? As long as I hit the button after it whiffs. Go ahead and take this.
Let's go on the Europe side. We have Tripoli leading. There's 4 more rounds remaining. Dr. Korean playing Go. And Blood Artist, I think right now and second, third with Team ID Multi is fourth. So those who's in the Europe side, once you get into the third league, there should be about 10 minutes or so where this one should end.
Very nice. Yeah, every option select has a real weakness. ECD loses to throw, and then there's fast half circulars, but actually more than fast half circulars, slightly 1 frame delayed attacks. 1 frame delayed attacks is the enemy of ECD. You do something like this, you'll beat up somebody that's doing ECD. But the problem is this is not good on normal hit. You need something that's good on normal hit if you want to do that. So that's why Akira 666p is a godsend for that, right? 666p is like the enemy of ECD, you know. So just as you know, Silverbolt, that is a trick, right? Using PKP and then delay this because you got to wait for that punch before you punish. So you want, when Leon does this, you want to wait for this third one and then punish the moment that he does that. But stay crouching otherwise, and he can't do that much to you, but he can elbow punch you out of the ring, so you got to be wary of that. But the main thing is that is that the PKP is an EX high, and EX high you just duck under and you whiff punish them. Yeah. But you're playing much, much better, Silverbolt. You really are. Alright, what were you guys go ahead, chat. We're gonna make Setsuna chat while I fight him, just kidding.
Tripper is still in the lead. Korean squad artist also close by, Goldie in fourth. Tripper still has to play against Dr. Korean blood artist, so yeah, it's gonna be a nice last couple of rounds. Going to decide who's gonna be first, second, third, because the top three are gonna be playing against each other still. And we'll get to see Tripper play against Dr. Korean, so Dr. Korean could make Tripper a little bit closer to everyone. He does have a lot of plus rounds with this.
I can't believe that standing palm beats like 4P, like beats this. It must be just because of the speed and because I'm standing still. That's probably what it is. Just do low punch. It's because of the speed. Okay. It's gotta be because of the speed. Wow. It's just the speed. 15 frames. So, if you guys want to know, because Numbers and I were talking about 2G, kind of, I was talking about it and he was responding. 2G has a weakness, right? The weakness of somebody doing 2G is to simply elbow into Nitaku. That's the answer to 2G, right? You're just like, okay, I'm just going to elbow you, I'm going to Nitaku, you know? Right? I'm going to elbow you, I'm going to launch. I'm going to elbow you, I'm going to throw, right? That's like if somebody's just crouch guarding against you at high level play. But the thing is, it also, the other weakness is that the 2G style of play, generally if you're committed to it, it requires that you're doing other stuff really, really well. Because you're gonna eat some damage on like you're gonna accept certain levels of damage to offset that, but so you need to use other parts of your game to complement this 2G style where you hang there and just crouch guard and then respond to like slower mids and other stuff.
What a knucklehead!
Yeah, the PSN, the North America room for PSN is we just have a room open just for people to play in. And Dr. Korean is able to bring Tripper closer to everyone else. So we now have 3 players at 11 wins, 2 losses. Tripper is still in the lead bowl, plus 24. Dr. Korean is plus 22, and Blood Artist is plus 18. Yeah, I believe Tripper will be playing against Blood Artist next. So again, these are the determine who will be first, second, third, with Fulti just behind those 3 players. And so you have Kalina playing Leo also near there.
Nice, nice. I always forget you can't just end it there. You gotta keep defending this sequence. Thank you very much, Number.
A matchup for you.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Definitely, North American players on PSN, if you're not having trouble finding matches, we do have a room up here for people to play in. Password 0209.
I almost evaded that.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Facebook follow Kareem. Got the first round in.
I'm gonna take a break, but I had so much fun with these battles. I'm just trying stuff out against Condor, Leifei. I'm like, oh, let's see if I can apply the TG style against Leifei, and it's like, it's pretty good against Leifei. So, you know. Yeah. Thank you very much, Numbers. Thanks for the compliments. I did it for you. I did it for you. I was like, I should show Numbers some of the stuff that I'm trying to do against Leifei. Condor's playing much faster. He's playing more decisive. When he commits to reads, he's very scary. And when he starts playing flexibly and fast, it's very scary. It's actually when he's at his most scariest is when he does that. So keep it up, Condor. He's been playing so good. He always wrecks my Leon on a lot of guesses and a lot of situations. But I like that it's expanded in many different ways in the past 2 years. Yeah, it is borderline mental. It is borderline mental stack.
2 match points for Blood Artist here.
VF is all about the mental
Decision
stack.
to Dantai.
What's it? Are you responding to EU?
One frame knee. Playing to round 5. Check Reese with his new nickname. That's just his one frame knee.
Yeah.
Playing to round 5.
I had so much fun playing against Trey last night on Revo. So, like, it did have a little bit of glitchy, like a little bit of teleporting, but it was a lot of fun to play. And I can totally sense the way that he likes to play. It's so much fun.
Boku reverse. I got the wall combo there, but it's the first time Team Blood Artist, unless it's someone we know but just don't know the nickname.
Round 3.
Round 2 escaped.
Go!
And Tetsuzanko. So Chuck Reese, I think, remains in first place, possibly. Yes, K plus G, exclamation mark G, one frame knee is Chuck Reese. He's confirmed. Alright, so it's 12-2. We got one more round remaining. Right now, Dr. Korean is 12 wins, 2 losses, plus 25. Chuck Reese, 12 wins, 2 wins, plus 25. Split Bagger is going to play against Triple Reese, and who does Dr. Korean get to play? Dr. Korean gets to play against Shu. So Shu and Bagger, you guys get to please try to play the spoiler role here. You maybe lose 1 round or 2 round will affect their standings. And of course we have Blood Artist and Goti in the background, and also Kalinda.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Okay, 3 match points for Bagger here.
Round 2. Ready, go!
1 match point saved.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I had to ask him how to pronounce his name, but definitely make it interesting here. Oh, he did the Takaton and got Byaku, wing out Byaku.
Alright, so Silver
That was
Bullet.
gutsy. That was gutsy.
You said if I can learn better movement against what he wants to do. Here's the problem with that. Setsuna is good at countering kind of a general overall rhythm. And so if you settle into a rhythm with movement, you run the risk of getting countered at some point in that movement by a player like Setsuna. He plays at a different tempo. He plays at a non-tempo. It's a very when he decides he's going to do something, and so it can be very awkward feeling if you try to move too much against it, unless you're controlling it with your attack flow. In which case you're locking it into non-neutral. Then you can kind of do it, but then you can use movement there. But if you try to use movement like in the neutral against Setsuna, you're kind of running the risk of him like hitting you pretty hard somewhere. Because he's a sort of standstill kind of guy, which is kind of like the way that you sometimes play too. So, Agent Oblivion says, what do you mean or consider to be a speed lever setup? So, okay, so you can have fast levers, you can have slow levers. A fast lever is a lever that moves really, really fast, lets you move fast. And so you're actuating pretty fast, and you're probably using lightweight with that, like a lighter top. My high-speed setup on Golden Lever is set up like that. It's very low tension. I use a little more throw though, so that I can have room to control that tension, so that I'm getting diagonals and stuff, but I'm still moving the lever really, really fast. Technically, if you upgrade a Sanwa JLF to be an auto, you put the auto V5 mod in, that is turning it into a speed lever, because that is a much faster, what we call smoother lever. Why is it smoother? Because when you're moving the pivot, when you're moving the motions through the pivot has lower friction, and the pivot cup that the pivot's in has a lower friction, so it's just moving smoother. There's less getting in your way. Friction is not getting in your way as much. Whereas normally there's a little friction there, and then now there's almost none. And so the friction coefficient is a lot lower, so you can move. That's why they call it smoother, because you can kind of like, it feels like nothing's in your way when you move, and then you can move it faster. You know. Now numbers is different because numbers increase the spring tension and put a heavier top. The heavier top allows numbers to still go pretty fast, so they're pushing on gravity a bit more too, and they're throwing their lever in a bit harder. But I would just say that's just more of a hard, fast lever. But they did increase the spring tension so that there's counter resistance to help them control that speed, to control that heaviness a bit. That's what numbers is doing. But normally a speed lever would be just light and fast. My offline lever is not a speed lever. It plays at a slower speed because the tension's increased. And so I can play on it fast, but it's like I'm getting more resistance because I'm using that tension to help me control it, because it's a very tight throw. It's like I barely move. That lever doesn't move very far at all. And some players like a lever that doesn't move almost at all, so that they can get immediate directions, immediate back to neutral. But then you want a little more tension or pop on it, so that it's fast acting from the neutral and back to the neutral. Okay. You have a crown, new help me, normal 309, Shin-Sun, alpha. Okay, Shin-Sun is, like, I would say is a fast lever. New help me, the crown levers are good at being kind of in between. They're good transition. I think they're good transition levers. They're amazing levers. So that new help me lever is one of my favorite Korean levers, but it's not like a traditional Fanta lever. The Fanta levers have really far throw, and usually people like to make them with higher tension, because what they do is they'll use micro motions in the middle, like in the middle, and then when they want to, they'll ride the collar when they need to have more control and use the resistance to control more, so that they don't overshoot directions or do accidental inputs. But the 309 doesn't play exactly that way. The 309 plays kind of that way, but the 309, the crown levers typically have this nice medium thing in between, where they usually, you have a medium to large throw, and you have, the tension's usually medium on a lot of them, and so you're not feeling like, it's not so extreme. And so players actually still tend to ride the collar more on the crown levers than on the Fanta levers. On the Fanta levers, they're just barely tapping it, and then they'll go extreme when they want to have controlled motions like a Mishima wave dash or a Korean back dash.
As reminders, sorry.
Go ahead.
Your team, if you guys continue playing in the room, double check your config and make sure that it's not reset or some strange thing happened, like when we had with the first one. Go ahead. Sorry, Chanchai.
Oh, no problem. It's just answering questions on my stream. So back to you, Agent Oblivion. You do have a Fanta, yep. And then the Ni Neo, I think, is a pretty fast lever, actually. It surprised me when I touched it. I was like, oh, this is actually a fast lever. It's just like, it's like a modernized lever, but it's very much, it's fast, but it gives you some of that control that the Tekken players want for the way that Tekken controls. Cool Bear 2.0, well, that's up to however you tune it, because it's a very customizable lever.
Round 2.
Yeah, those are awesome stuff.
Ready, go.
So a fast lever is kind of the opposite of what a lot of Korean levers are, actually. Shinsun is like the fast Korean lever. Actually, I should say that the Ni Neo is more of a medium lever, but yeah. But a fast lever is really, really fast. The Shinsun is about as close as I can get on the list that you gave me. And I did use the Shinsun when I went to China. I brought it with me to China because it fits in my portable. Because on a small portable arcade stick, I wanted a lever that wasn't gonna, if it had high tension, I would be moving that stick all over the place. I wanted it lightweight so that it would require less force to move it around. And the medium tension allows me, or the medium throw, allows me to control it a little more than a tight throw. So I really like the Shinsun lever. So I felt it was a really good lever to use in a very small miniature arcade stick case. All right, thanks for hearing me out. Let's go back to the Akai's chat. We're having a lot of fun with all this chat.
Yeah, so with North America, we're having the people playing with a regular room. And in Europe, just finished the second league, in which the last 2 rounds is very important, as there's quite a few players all next to each other. And Dr. Curry did come out first place with Trippery second. Third was Blood Artist. No, third was Goldie and Pixar. Fourth was with Blood Artist. I think the funniest moment for me was Bagger with up ahead of Tripperies and did that Taka taunt, the one that he gets hit and he could get slammed in. And Tripperies didn't have anything to do with it, he just did Miyako to make him Taka out. That was kind of fun to watch. We have about 4 more matches before we start the last league of Europe team. Again, thanks again for your guys' patience. There was quite a few false starts due to people getting disconnected by the VF netcode or Steam netcode, so everyone's waiting. And also button config issues. Again, the more people who experience it, give the feedback back to Sega through the official Discord channel. There's a feedback form that you can fill out to let them know of bugs. So that is on your radar so they can try to fix it.
I actually went for a throw and the guard didn't count, so.
Ready, go.
I'm reminding myself what to do here. There we go. This is what I'm supposed to do with Leon. So, with the change that they made to that move.
Other things to note, Wine Heart Cup is a monthly online tournament. The next one should be sometime next month.
See? I thought I'm better.
Kingo took first place. Long live the king when he's not participating in the Akai leagues. But when he's in the Akai leagues, everyone should take him down. Down with the king.
Down with the king.
Support that event. I think also there's plan for the Wine Heart Cup series to be part of North America after the Europe side is done with. I think there's possibility this might be related to also the Open Championship, but we'll see. The Open Championship is Sega's official global event in which people go and qualify from different regions to participate in a grand finals, which should be outside of Japan, from the interview that he did. Yes, he must fall in the Akai leagues. He has, he's for the PSN side. He has 5 quarters non-stop. He's at the top, so down with him. But he's playing other tournaments and stuff. Long live the king.
Round 2.
So earlier in my chat, I had mentioned that some of the challenges that Vanessa has as a character, why she can get bullied by stronger players, is that she has a lot of high attacks, and then her mid attacks are like 10. Some of the ones that are not long range tend to be very short ranged, and so because of that, they're susceptible to, like, as good as they are, they're susceptible to backdash. And then, but there is one thing I would probably add to that list. What is it? Let's see there. The highs, the limited range on the mids. I forgot what I was going to say with the other things, but there's other stuff. But basically, her move is very detailed. It's like too detailed. It's less robust as a result. It's very, they specialize in stuff, but they tend to have trouble with that, right? So spacing her out, ducking her can be very strong if she doesn't mind where her highs are and that when they're not guaranteed. So yeah, but it's a lot of fun playing her though. Oh, the third weakness. A lot of her attacks are standing. And this is a big deal because you have no idea how good crouching attacks are in certain contexts, right? Especially when punishing high attacks. And that might be why a lot of Vanessa players that only play Vanessa might not understand the value of ducking under highs, or like the risk of highs, right, as much. Because even though they have to like learn it the hard way from people doing it to them, right? Very nicely. But yeah, we've been complimenting that Silverbolt has been playing like a lot stronger, and they had the right attitude. They said that even with the losses, they feel like they're playing better, and I would have to agree. Very good. So now,
from Finland, we got another player from Finland that participated in the ESN side. I have to pronounce his name. Ansa, something like that. A-N something.
nice, good game, Silverbolt. That was a lot of fun.
But definitely use like in these days, like if you found someone that you have really good connection with and good matches, definitely friend them up so that you could layer matches outside these league sessions. One of the features of these is just trying to make this as a way for people to network with each other.
Silverbolt, you didn't get lucky, you took the opportunity. And that's the most important thing. That's what I want to see more out of you, right? Is learning to recognize when you have opportunity and to take it. And if you whiffed, don't get upset that you don't make it like, oh, I'm just too slow. Instead going, I know I can do it. I know I can take that opportunity and win it next time or in the future. So that's the thing that I want to see more out of you, is just being able to take those opportunities and use them, and then getting more and more sharper at doing that, and then of course things that aren't real opportunities, recognizing when you don't actually have an opportunity. But you're talking to the guy who takes every opportunity. So
Round two. Ready, go!
but the truth about the good defense in VF is that your defense is good when you use your frames to enforce your situation. That means to do the attack, to do a safe attack at least, when you have the frames. That's why whenever you have advantage, just using something like an elbow is quite strong just by itself, because now they have to try to beat that play. Not because you're going to win with the elbow, but because you're going to make them like hurt themselves if they do anything but try to beat that elbow.
Round three. Ready, go!
And for North America side, Virtual Kazama does a bi-weekly online tournament for North America on Sunday evenings.
Ring out.
And I believe Rise is planning to do monthly online tournaments too. I could be wrong about that one.
Round four. Ready, go!
But for Europe, at the end of February, there should be a online tournament organized by Blessy. He used to run the Europe circuit for Final Showdown, I think on PC. I could be wrong. But it's definitely, that's going to be like the latter weeks of February. So look out for that. I think he put information of that on the via Discord, the unofficial one. Alright, I'm going to start the last league for Europe. Good luck, have fun, guys.
Good luck, have fun, Europe.
America's still playing.
Good luck, guys.
Hey, Setsuna, that was an awesome conversion at the end there. I love that full conversion. I love the guard break and the half circle back forward punch into everything you did after that. I still have trouble doing that in matches.
Round one. Ready, go!
So yesterday I got to play against Jimmy, which when we did an open beta, it was really bad for him on his end when he was playing against me, which it felt fine on my end. But this time we got to play against you, and both of us agreed that it felt good. But it's interesting. I guess when you increase the delay, like he has set on delay 6.
Yep.
The gameplay is fine. Like we could our inputs are accurate and everything. But the game is slightly slower.
Yeah. That's playing more delay based netcode, and I love it. I like that more than rollback, to be honest. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So it's interesting because I got to play against Jimmy, and then I get to play against the Walk Reaper. So you could tell a big difference in how it's so much faster when I was playing against the Walk Reaper. But both execution input wise.
That was so cool. Go ahead, Akai. Sorry.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
Round three.
No problem.
Ready,
I'm gonna put to the forward screen here.
knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
Nice.
Thanks.
That was so much fun. What's that?
What setting do you usually set your the rollback and delay in general before you
I've been using
adjust each picture individually?
I've been using 3, but after what everyone said, I think I'm gonna try 6 on international connections. If I coordinate with an international player and just try that out, see how that goes. But I had good experience.
If we could switch it on the fly, but
Yeah.
Sadly, we
You could, right?
Round one.
No.
I think you could go into.
You can go into the menu.
Options.
Yeah. Check a look. Is it there?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, you can change it. Yeah, in room. Yeah, you can change it. I think you just can't in ranked. Maybe even ranked you could. So.
I think if you haven't actually set the match yet, you could adjust it, but you can't. Let's go.
I mean,
Round two.
those rollback enabled
Go.
SNK games do allow you to do it as you are about to exit the match.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah. You're worried about like the bad use of it, right? Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about like really on the fly. Okay, gotcha. Like during the matching.
Yeah, I was actually thinking if we, like, for example, do a league room where we have a lot of people from a wide range of places. Like, if it actually is playable, like what Hima-chan say it is, and Mike, which I both believe both of them who are
Yeah.
well knowledge of the game.
Go.
If they say it's playable, I have no doubt that it's playable.
Yeah.
Like if you could do like a league room where like after each round I pause it, it's like, oh, I'm playing this person. Let me go adjust my settings so that we have the best connection with each other. If you could do that,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty good.
But I would also say, well, I do agree. I do believe in them, but I also would say that a situation I might consider though when it comes to Himajan is I think he only recently got his current broadband internet, so I'm not. And he did have broadband internet at his old place during Ultimate Showdown, but I think he'd been waiting for a new broadband internet like just recently. But I do believe that if it's playable to him, it is, and it's playable to me playing with Japan. So, but I think that's a really good sign if he's saying it's playable, and especially if Mike's saying he's playable, because Mike is a bit more strict about what he thinks is and is not. But he's also been able to just deal with whatever internet he's played with, like me, the past few years, you know. So.
I am going to take a step back to take care of some stuff in the house, so I'll be back. League room is going for the Europe right now, last league of the day. North America is going on.
Round one. Ready?
But yeah, so I'll be back. Hey.
It's okay, shoulder beats jab, so I lost to rock, paper, scissors.
Round two. Ready? Go.
Nice choice.
Oh, that was a good backdash.
Thanks. I took a gamble on it, so.
Round three. Ready? Go.
$9K again.
Round four. Ready? Go.
Nice. I really do like his super dashing elbow now. It's really strong. It's so good.
Yeah,
I think it more than makes up for the.
useful against. If I delay against the backdash, I'm gonna get the hit. So that's something that I really like. That they did.
Even if you do it immediate now, it still hits the backdash. But it's like And it's also so it's like now backdash punishing like Akira feels impossible because of that move. It just feels so high risk, and then it's also just the fact that if you sidestep and you delay that, and just because it accidentally delays most of the time, like you'll just beat a sidestep like a lot with that move. It's really scary.
Yeah.
And that's always been the case, but how much we're doing it now is like a lot. I'm like inputting too early on the buffer. That's okay.
Round 2. Ready? Go!
Wishing you luck on the lifestyle, Silverbolt, but I'm glad that you played with us right now. Very good. Very good. Very good. 9P is just such a slow move. Just move, don't attack yet. Just move, don't attack yet.
Round 3. Ready? Go! Knockout. Round 4. Ready? Go! My time is here. Knockout.
Thanks a lot, Silverbolt. It's good to have you in the room today.
I want a serious fight.
Alright, guys, I am going to have to go. I have a Super Bowl party to go to.
All right, enjoy Super Bowl. Thank you for the matches. I'm going to call it too. I'm going to raid. But thank you, everybody. We had a good time. This was a great
Yeah,
time.
definitely good times.
All right, we're going to find someone to raid. It's fun to raid Akai, but that's not quite right, especially with the way the room's going now. But Akai has changed it to the European League, which is good.
I assume you're ready.
私の強さを見せてやろう。Round 1. Ready? Go!
Let's take a look at who's actually on. It's giving me an outdated list.
Knockout.
Juicebox is on. Let's do Juicebox, who's having offline sessions with Solari.
Ready? Go!
So, Solari and Juicebox have been playing together offline at Juicebox's place, so I think it's really awesome. You're in for a treat. Juicebox has really been training Solari up. Solari's getting a lot stronger, And there's just this is a plateau that's usually a very difficult one where Solari's at right now, and like they are a really strong player, but now they're I think these sessions with Juicebox are helping them get way stronger. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Here we go.